The Near West Side is 7 communities, including Avenues West, Merrill Park, Historic Concordia, Cold Springs Park, the Valley, which is the Pigsville, Martin Drive, Miller Valley. These 7 neighborhoods are important to this community, and they represent about 40,000 people, 29,000 employees, over 450 businesses, and it represents a large chunk and very important piece of the city of Milwaukee. The Near West Side Partners really is this newly formed organization, about a year old. The goal is to make sure that we're continuing in the right direction with economic development activity within this community, and that includes safety, housing, neighborhood identity and branding, and commercial corridor development.
The way it works is we develop a collaborative relationship between people that live in our neighborhood and those who work in our neighborhood. We've developed a great working relationship with experienced prosecutors, law enforcement, and with some of the major businesses and institutions, and that would include Harley-Davidson, it's Miller Coors, it's Marquette University, it's Potawatomi, it's Aurora Health. And they're basically saying, look, we want to have the community identify their neighborhoods with our organizations, and we in turn want to identify with the people that live in this community.
In the 5 years that I've been there, I have fallen in love with my neighborhood. I really, really have. The people that I live around are wonderful people that are very, very committed to making our neighborhood a great place to live.
We're doing some amazing things, and one of those amazing things is the PARC program.
PARC is an acronym for Promoting Assets and Reducing Crime. It's a collaboration between local community members, law enforcement, and the businesses and institutions in this neighborhood.
We're really looking at all the assets within the Near West Side. How do we let people know that this is the birthplace of Harley-Davidson? This is the birthplace of Miller Coors. Great schools and institutions and nonprofits, green space. So the goal is with PARC is really how do we promote that? Whether it's via our social online media or working with our anchor institutions to identify stories, good stories out of our neighborhood.
The strategy for reducing crime with PARC is neighborhood engagement. The police can't do it alone. We can't arrest our way out of problems. We have to engage the community. We are building neighborhoods, not just policing them.
Community prosecutors are a model that's at the core of our office, and that is that we fundamentally believe that prosecutors should be more than just case processors. They should be leaders in the community with a very specific mission of solving problems, oftentimes in the neighborhoods that are most impacted by crime. So we take experienced prosecutors and we ask them to go out in the community. They work with dedicated law enforcement officers, but they always have a collaboration with the people in that community.
PARC is a real innovative model. It's data-driven. PARC will be integrating a lot of data, neighborhood well-being indicators, assessing changes over time. Data is also information from residents. We often map just the bad things in cities. We map the crime, the vacancies, the foreclosures. And I think what's innovative about PARC is that we're also going to be mapping the good in neighborhoods as well. And in that way, we'll be able to identify areas of civic strength on the Near West Side.
I'm hoping that the PARC program will do exactly what it needs to do, therefore it won't be needed. And what I mean by that is that we will continue to see crime decrease and such that the Near West Side Partners will see the economic development that we're looking forward to.
This is part of a broader vision. In other words, you don't oftentimes think about prosecutors and police being involved in a concept as big as community development and community revitalization. We get a front row seat to it, so it's exciting.
Nowhere in the country have I seen this level of collaboration between local law enforcement, community partners, and anchor institutions.
Given all of the changes that have been coming with the help of PARC, the Near West Side Partnership, I am convinced that I'm going to stay for the long run.